Today I'm going to be showing you guys how you can turn anything into mixed media in just a couple simple steps inside of Premiere Pro. And then we're going to move over to After Effects and show you guys this crazy plugin that does it in one click. So starting off inside of Premiere Pro here, we have this little tech and music video, and we're going to be turning this clip here into mixed media. And to get started on the free way to do it, we're going to go ahead and open up our web browser and we're going to search paper texture. Now you guys can either do this on Google Images or YouTube. If you do go with the Google Images route, you are going to have to animate the paper texture yourself. But if you go on the YouTube route, you could probably find some that are pre-animated. So we have this old paper texture right here that looks pretty good. We have this one as well. I recommend just finding like a reference and then just continually scroll down as you go on. So let's go ahead and change the tools up here and change the size to large here. And then we could really get a look at the high detail ones. So let's go ahead and use this one here. I'm going to right click on it, go over and save it. And I'm going to drag and drop it inside of Premiere Pro here and make it cover the entire video clip. Before we hop into this video, you can get buy one, get one free editing packs for everything on my website. If you guys are looking for brand new plugins like Fast Effects or Surveillance, those are also included in the deal. If you guys add 6 editing packs to your cart, 3 of those are going to be completely free. Fast Effects allows you to instantly add hits, shakes, wipes, and have full customizability over all of them inside of Premiere Pro. Surveillance allows you to add crazy security camera effects inside of After Effects, alongside all of my other packs like color grading, drag and drop 3D, music video titles, textures, and a ton more. And we also have an all-in-one bundle where you can get all my packs for one price. If this is something you guys are interested in, go check out my website down below. But without further ado, let's hop right back into the video. Now that it's over top of it, what we're actually going to do is we're going to go over into our effect controls tab, go under blend mode under opacity here, and we're going to change this to screen. And you guys can see we get a nice overlay instantly. Now what we're going to do to switch this up a little bit to animate it ourselves, we're going to move 2 frames forward with our arrow keys. So to the right, 1, 2, and then we're going to make a cut. We're going to delete the access and we're going to hold Option, click and drag. So we have 2 clips. Now on the second clip here, what we're going to do is we're going to go over to rotation and we're going to set it to 90 degrees and then move it over to the side or zoom it in. And we're basically going to be animating this ourselves to make it move. So I'm just going to zoom in just so we lose that line and then bring it over one more time. And I'm going to rotate it like this, zoom in, move it to the side. And there we go. We have our animation. And we're just going to have this a loop. So I'm going to highlight these 3 clips, hold Option, click and drag, highlight these, hold Option, click and drag. And you're just going to do this until it fills up the full scene here, as you guys can see. And the cool part about this, guys, is you can actually just save these paper textures as their own video and bring them back in to use them whenever. So you guys see we get this texture. If you want to make it go on for longer, you can make it 4 or 5 things repeating instead of just 3. But for the sake of this tutorial, I just went ahead and made it 3. So you guys can see there. So next, to make it flow a lot better, we're going to go ahead and open up effects here and search posterized time. And you're going to click on the one right here under time. You're going to drag and drop this on your video. Now inside of effect controls, we're going to go under posterized time and change the frame rate to 12. So it's going to be a lot slower and match the video a lot more. So that looks pretty good there, guys, but to spice it up a bit more, we're going to go back inside of effects and search up noise. We're going to go under noise and grain and drag and drop this one on the video. Now going back inside of effect controls, we're going to turn off color noise and then turn up the noise here, and we can get more of a grungy look. You guys can see the before and then the after really adds a lot of texture to it and makes it look a lot more like paper. If you guys want to go ahead and click on the noise and press Command C, you can go ahead and highlight these, right click on them, nest them to make them one layer, and then you'll actually have to go inside your blend mode and make it screen again. But you can actually paste the noise on here as well if you want to get the noise on the paper texture as well. You guys can see adds a little bit more texture, as you guys can see there. So I think that looks great there as a paper texture, but there's a couple other ways that you can spice this up. If we go inside of effects here, you can search up something called unsharp, and you want to drag and drop unsharp mask on your footage. Go inside of effect controls and play with these until you get it to your liking. This is really going to help it look textured like paper. If you go ahead and turn up the radius just a little bit and then turn up the threshold. So with the radius turned up there, you get a lot more of like a detailed look. As you guys can see, we have before and then after. And then go inside of volumetric color, turn down the saturation a bit, turn down the contrast, and then up the shadows a bit, and you get kind of like a printed paper look. And that's super hard there, guys. That's a free way that you guys can get the paper look with 0 plugins. Now on this next clip here, I'll show you guys a paid way that you guys can grab a link below. It's Brian's paper texture bundle pack. All you have to do for this is just drag and drop. So I have the ultimate texture bundle V3 opened up here, and we have a couple different options inside of here. We have printer paper overlays under clean, crumble, and scratch. So let's start off with the crumble here. You guys are going to see the FPS here and then the quality. So let's say we want to go with high res crumble 12 FPS. We're going to drag and drop this in our timeline, put it over our clip here, and you guys can see see, it's already instantly animated and you don't have to do it yourself. All you have to do is go over to effect controls, resize it to fit your footage, and then change it to screen like we did before. And you guys can see instantly we have that paper texture. Now, if you guys see down here and you saw earlier, it says 12 FPS. You want to go ahead inside of effects again, and you want to search up posterized time, drag and drop that on your clip again, and you're going to use this to change the frame rate, which is also the FPS, to 12. So you want to have this match what it says on the clip. And now every time this changes, the video also changes as well. That looks super clean there, guys. So we'll delete this one. And since we already have it set to 12 FPS, we'll try a couple other ones that are also at 12 FPS. So we'll try this low res one here. You guys can see it's a completely different look on this one. Go ahead and play with the scale and you have these nice edges. Let's go ahead and turn this to screen as well. This pack is honestly such a crazy cop and it's super easy to use inside of Premiere Pro. It also has built-in mogurts where if you go into graphic templates here, you can get these transitions instantly on your footage. All you have to do is drag and drop other tools on them. It's super unique and easy to use. But to move on to what I was talking about earlier on in the video, the After Effects plugin that lets you create mixed media in one click. We're gonna go ahead and right click on this and replace with After Effects composition and open it up inside of After Effects. So now that we're opened up inside of here and have our clip, we're gonna be using this plugin called MXM that you guys can grab down below. If you use my code TAPES, you can get $5 off. So to get started, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and hit fetch comps and you want to look for the comp you have right here, which is our nested sequence 1. You want to click on that and then hit launch. And you guys can see immediately it's going to turn this into some crazy paper textures. You guys can see we have a crazy paper texture collage effect instantly inside of here. If I go ahead and play this through, you guys can see. That is absolutely crazy. And the best part is this is fully customizable. So we can go ahead and play with the different colors and looks inside of here at the very top. We can play with the scan here, where if we zoom in, you can get a different depth on the textures there, which is either going to make them bigger or smaller. I like having it at 2. And you can play with the shake, the flicker, the damage, and the scatter. I like to have all of these on personally. You can also turn posterized time like we were doing earlier on. So if you want to make it 12 FPS and have it be slower, that's inside of here as well. And you can play with the amount that you want the look to be at. But the coolest part is if you go inside of source here, you can play with a lot more. You can play with the actual paper texture that you're using itself. You can play with the intensity of that. You can add cuts, paint, marks, and mosaic. And then you can play with the exposure, the noise, the color, and the gamma. And you could really hone in and make this thing as unique and creative as you want. This plugin is an absolute steal for the price it's at right now. If you guys are interested in getting one-click mixed media from MXM, that'll be linked below. But yeah, those are the best and easiest ways to turn anything into mixed media. If you guys enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like. I'll see you guys in the next video tomorrow. Peace.